got a conscience. She's okay with being a little absurd and pompous. That's because I kill it, then stick around just to haunt it. Waiting on my thank you, be grateful that I would even let you watch it.
Down in the new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with these big frowns, they already thrown by the size of me. I don't really get took, put my deuce up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose the opportunity and shut, don't make way for a prodigy.
Catch your breath for a second. Look at your neighbor and check in. We bout to mock, so if you not get to stepping. I done told you who I am. I'm a force to be reckoned with. I think just be mad because my voice is so decadent. I'm setting a precedent. No mistakes and no accident. We ignoring the standard set cause our lowest is passionate. This alone is a classic hit. I'm a verb amongst adjectives. If the industry full of and my word is a laxative. I'm a maniac on these beats. I'm insane and it's not discreet. I'm enraged because y'all ain't see it. I'm spraying on every street. Entertaining no whack opinion. Who's saying we not elite? I'm over Balenciagas. I'm changing into my cleats. It's go time, it's show time. I ain't calming down until this place is a ghost town. Tired of the faking, we bringing back Motown. No staring, this go round. I'm taking no prisoners, so prepare for a showdown.
Down in the new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with these big frowns, they already thrown by the size of me. I don't really get took, put my deuce up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose the opportunity and shut, don't make way for a prodigy. Touchdown in the new town, I already feel that it's eyes on me. I'm getting looked up, down with these big frowns, they already thrown by the size of me. I don't really get took, put my deuce up, I will not live in apology.
Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Miami Dolphins. For the right to take a trip to Las Vegas for a star-studded Super Bowl 58. We are underway here in the AFC Championship game. Slot man moves right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. First carry for Raheem Mostert, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
You talk about closing in a hurry as a safety and run support. Not only did he get a good run in, he gave him a pretty good pop too, and finished off the play behind the line of scrimmage.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Mike 19, I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Here's Tua. Got a man, complete to Cedric Wilson. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But in this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 9. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Open man is Higgins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
In motion right, that's Wilson. On first down, Tagovailoa. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
from the 48-yard line. Here's the 2nd down and 6. Running left, it's A-Chain. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. In motion right is Wilson. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, that is well read on the backside, and he'll be met well behind the line of scrimmage. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. We're scoreless after 1. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Here we go. Set. 70, Timber Wolf.
Play action. Now Richardson. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. A nice throw there. And this is a quarterback, you remember, looking to do what no other rookie has done, and that's lead his team into the Super Bowl.
And now you've made me go back down memory lane a little bit because we have had a few guys come close. Think about Patrick Mahomes in 2018. 2nd year in the league, but his first as a full-time starter. I go back to 2000 with the Vikings and Dante Culpepper. Also his first year as a starter. But this would be something I think would be very noteworthy.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. Richardson going to change the play here. To throw is Richardson. To throw on 2nd down. To the right side, completes to Taylor. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Ready, set.
Now Richardson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
The lessons will continue. This rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Okay, break.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
Let's go, defense. Come on, 18.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Taylor. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
1st and 10, Taylor now. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
2nd and 6 from the 10. They run once more with Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Off play action, Richardson. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good, and the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On second down, Tua. They're going deep for Hill. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
19 seconds.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Past the 20. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 9. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. Now Richardson going to shift things up. They're going to look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And motioning left, that's Pittman. There, Richardson back to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. A pretty big play now in this AFC Championship. 3rd and goal. Richardson now on 3rd and goal. Now he's forced out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And Gay knocks this one through, and they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Tua to try again on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Mike 19. Let's go, team. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Steal, flat. Solo left Zion. 19, Mike 19. Let's go, defense.
Tua, the final shot before half. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. To decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Again, it's Taylor. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Eluding the pressure right. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Richardson going to move him around. They give to Taylor out of the gun. They find some open field here. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. Now they'll shift things around. On first down, Richardson finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
First and 10, it's Richardson. They'll drop this down to Taylor. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Emmanuel Agba, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste a type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Shane Steichen, aggressive as a play caller. He's going to go for 2 here. Richardson will throw for it. And he's brought down. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Hill going to go in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. 1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, Mostert. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The Dolphins on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Yellow, go. Black Ultra. White.
Looking to pass. Tua. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then gets with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Down the right sideline. He's on his way. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Colts are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-0. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A quick throw now complete to Ross. Finding room at midfield. And down right around the 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, it's Richardson. And he is caught. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it, as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Richardson going to change the play here. From the gun, it's Taylor. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That will be their third and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 5. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. On play action, here's Tua. He'll buy some time right. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner death.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 178 yards rushing for him now to this point. Now 2nd and 3. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided